You know, it takes a lot of work, and I mean a lot of work, to get ready for the Society Horse Show here at the Iowa State Fair. Sally Blount, how much work is involved?
A lot of work, Mike. It's practice, practice, practice for both the horse and the rider for months before this event.
It's the Country Pleasure English competition for those competitors 17 and under. Sally, discipline and showmanship.
Yes, and that practice, practice, practice. And look how beautifully they sit on the horse and smile.
Let's pick it up with Doug Lindstrom, the judge from Hudson, Wisconsin.
Typically, there is communication between the horse and rider every second that they are in the ring. And if you're not, then that's probably going to mean you won't put on your best performance. And again, since it is a horse show, we don't want everybody to see all the things that we're doing. We want it to look like you're just sitting there and doing absolutely nothing. But I can tell you that every rider is doing something every second.
Indeed, every second, and Sally Blount, the discipline and the training, it's very intense.
Yes, it is. And most of these riders have been riding since they've been very, very young. So they are well attuned to everything they have to do in that show ring.
Competition is the Country Pleasure English category, 17 and under.
In the judge's mind, things change all throughout the class. The horse can be in first place at one point in your mind, and 10 seconds later, because things that have transpired, they're now in last place. So maybe you've made a mistake at some point in the class, but you always want to keep showing, you always want to be presenting your horse the best as possible, because you never know what's going to happen and what's going to change throughout the class.
A blue ribbon for Zenobia Victorious. And from Oskaloosa, Iowa, Rachel Farner. Here's the 5-gated competition, Iowa-owned horses. And Sally Blount, this is a very, very special breed.
Yes, the American Saddlebred was actually an American breed bred down in the southern part of the country in the 1800s. When they started them out, they were pulling the plow and the farm wagons, but they've developed them now, so they're beautiful show horses.
Here's Guy Warner from Mound, Minnesota.
5-gated class, there are in fact 5 gates: walk, trot, canter, and there's also the slow gate and the rack, commonly called man-trained gaits, because most horses do not do them naturally. A trainer has to train them how to do it. Those 2 gaits are 4-beat gaits, and one is done slowly, and you'll hear me call it a sweet slow gait, and one of them is done with speed. And the more speed, the better, at least in the open classes for the 5-gated horse.
And they continue through their paces in the 5-gated competition, Iowa-owned division. Sally, there's so much tradition brought into the ring with horse and rider, but one of the traditions that is sometimes overlooked is the announcer himself or herself.
Yeah, the announcer is super, super important because he not only tells the rider what they want the horse to do, which the judge has passed on to him, but he can also enhance that show with his tone of voice.
When we get to that point, they have started out racking, and I will tell them to rack on. We try and get that little scratch in the voice. The whole concept being to build a little excitement. You know, showing horses is not only a sport for the horse and for the rider, but it also is really a participation thing for the spectator.
Here's your first place winner, Callaway's Lovesick Blues. The owner is from Grimes, Iowa, and the blue ribbon rider is Amanda Simpson.